Hey guys, it's Tim. Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. We got some breaking news this morning. It was kind of reported over the weekend. The Ford F-150 Power Stroke 3-liter diesel is no more. According to several memos went out, and according to Ford itself, as confirmed by my friends at TFL Truck, the Ford 3-liter diesel, dead. The reason for it is going to be killed by the hybrid. Let's get to some details here. I wrote it up on the website and go check it out over there. So the official statement says that the 3-liter Power Stroke diesel engine is being removed from the F-150 lineup. Ford says, our customers overwhelmingly order our EcoBoost V6 gas engines. For customers who need maximum towing torque, we now offer the F-150 PowerBoost as the ideal combination of capability, power, and fuel efficiency, which wasn't available when the Power Stroke was introduced. Now, I remember driving the Power Stroke 3 years ago at the launch program, and I can tell you then that it was kind of a weird engine for Ford. It was kind of the oddball engine because they were spending a lot of effort in their EcoBoost. They're talking a lot about the small displacement V6 as far as upcoming with the new 2.7 liter, and they're doing a lot with the EcoBoost lineup of engines. They came out with this Power Stroke diesel to compete with the Eco Diesel from Ram, and Chevy had a new Duramax diesel coming out soon as well. So what's interesting with that engine too is immediately, and I quoted this in the story, was immediately the engine was not competitive. Even the two-wheel drive versions of the Eco Diesel and the Power Stroke, or the Duramax diesel, sorry, lots of marketing jargon this morning. Chevy's diesel and Ram's diesel were both better, eclipsing over 30 miles per gallon with the two-wheel drive. And Ford was under 27 miles per gallon, as best it could do with highway. So you're not looking at much better as far as fuel economy with that. And then you look at the PowerBoost with the hybrid engine, the one I have outside. That puts out an impressive 430 horsepower and 570 foot-pounds of torque. That's comparing to the PowerBoost, which only puts out, or the Power Stroke, which only puts out 250 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque. So a lot less horsepower, less torque. The maximum towing for the PowerBoost is 600 pounds more. So hybrid tows, so basically like this. The hybrid has more power. It's got more horsepower, more torque. It tows 600 pounds more than diesel, and it has, starting the max package, about 300 pounds more payload. And then you look at the pricing standpoint, and the diesel had always been really expensive for Ford. For whatever reason, they always made it a really expensive option. They didn't offer it in all their trim levels for a long time, and that's where Chevy kind of came up with the $995 pricing for their diesel, offered throughout the lineup. Ram's done similar stuff with their diesel as well. And so when you look at this, the diesel was $5,000 more in the base XL engine, and the hybrid undercut that price by $500 throughout the lineup. So they really didn't have a whole lot of energy behind the Power Stroke diesel at all anyways in the half-ton segment. There wasn't a whole lot of marketing. I didn't even hear about it for a couple of years. It seems like we drove it, and then it just kind of died. It didn't go anywhere. And the Power Boost came out, the hybrid came out, and that really was a lot of energy. Plus the power on board is a big deal with that Power Boost hybrid, to have that plug-in in the back. And you don't hear that much with the diesel offering that. They could do like a 2.0 liter, I think, when they announced it, but there just wasn't a lot of energy behind it. The diesel for Ford wasn't that big of a push, and so I don't think customers were buying it. I remember I was searching for it a few times on Cars.com and AutoTrader, and it was really hard to find one as well. And so, I mean, look, you had high markup from Ford itself, you had less performance, you had questionable fuel economy versus competition, and you didn't have the same kind of payload and torque, or payload and towing that the PowerBoost has. So I thought it was really, kind of makes sense for it to go away. I do get conversations on this channel quite a bit. People are going between the Silverado, the Duramax diesel, and they're talking about that versus the Ram Eco Diesel and the Power Stroke all put together. And I tell you, to me, it's the Duramax Silverado 3-liter diesel, the best one right now. The Ram is a pretty good second, and then the Power Stroke was always an oddball player, always a third run kind of oddball player. But I want to get that news out to you this morning. Again, there was some breaking news happening over the weekend. And the interesting part is this is only a 3-year-old engine. I mean, and I know they borrowed it from Land Rover, so it wasn't that huge of a investment for them. That's how it always felt. It wasn't a whole lot of R&D investment, not a whole lot of energy behind it, and not a lot of drive to get this marketplace. But so that's the news. Make sure you check out the other video over here, website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.